Alright, this is Vegeta8259, and this is part 4 of the Perfect Grade Gundam 00 Riser review. And this is what the 00 Gundam looks like with all of its armor panels attached. Now, of course, when you get yours out of the box and put it together, it's not going to look like this because I've done some pretty extensive weathering on my 00 Riser, just to make mine kind of unique and a little bit more realistic, so it doesn't look like a 12-inch plastic robot, which it is, but you have to give it the illusion that it's something a little bit more real. So anyway, I'm not even really sure what to do in this video because we already went over articulation in the last video. If you're wondering about the techniques I used to do all this battle damage and weathering and stuff, I have already posted a weathering tutorial, so you can go check that out. I would like to make a comment though about the decal scheme on this kit. The decals are actually very, very minimal. There's not a lot of decals around, unlike a lot of master grades, which usually have, you know, a large decal on the shoulder, or maybe even a decal on the knee armor, and big decals on the shields and stuff like that. I find that the perfect grades in general usually have pretty minimal decals, except for GP01. GP01 had a lot of decals, but like my RX-78, 00 Riser here, Astray. Well, the Astray's got a few decals, but I didn't end up using them because I did the gold frame anyway. Perfect Grade Wing Zero custom doesn't come with any decals at all, so. But see, we just got little tiny celestial beam decals on the shoulders, and just like little small warning signs all over the kit. Although one decal I do really like is the 00 Riser decal on the forehead there. And yeah, I guess I'll just kind of go over how the articulation has changed up a bit, which it really hasn't changed up all that much, but just I wanted to show you, like in the knees for example, where as before it looked like there was a huge gap. Actually, I'm just going to take this leg off. It's easier to show it to you that way. There was a huge gap between the thigh and the lower leg. If I can get this thing to bend. And there we go. And see, there's still a bit of a gap there, but it's not quite so apparent because you've got these armor pieces here. And actually, if you move this piece of armor out, you can bend that knee a little bit further. Not much further, but just a little bit. So yeah, I have, other than the weathering and battle damage, I did change things up slightly. For example, when you build the kit out of the box, this little piece right here is going to be black for some reason, and I just went ahead and painted it white, just because his thigh just looked awkward with a big black piece in the middle of it. And underneath, see if I can get it to catch the light. There we go. Underneath this piece right here, you've got a clear piece, which is going to be just plain clear out of the box, but I went ahead and painted it with clear green, just to kind of go along with the theme with all the other clear green parts. And see, that's all I did on the legs as far as changing the colors. I'm not sure if I actually changed anything else or not. Let's see, I don't believe I did. Anyway, there are actually two things that I forgot to show on the articulation part of the review that I did want to go ahead and show off. 00 Riser, like many of the newer perfect grades and master grades, has got one of those crazy hip joints. And I'm just going to take the skirt armor off so you can see it a little bit better. Alright, raise camera up. Hopefully it's not too dark, but right here you've got a little latch, and you can just lift that latch up. There we go. And then the legs, the hip joints, can, there we go, can swing up and down. And it really doesn't provide all that much more articulation, if you ask me, but it's there and you can do it if you want. I actually rarely ever use those extra hip joints, so, but that's just my personal preference. Also, excuse me, there's a little bit of extra articulation on the armor itself. For example, on the side skirts here, you've got a little hole for mounting the GN Sword 2s, and this little piece of armor can slide closed and open back up. I think I already showed you the front skirt armor. They can go back and forth. Let's see, the cockpit hatch I need to show you. Just like in the frame video, I'm just going to split them in half to make things easier. It's kind of awkward having to videotape these perfect grades because they're so large. Anyway, to open the cockpit, all you have to do is, you might want to move these chest vents out, but I don't think it's really necessary. It just makes things a little easier. All you have to do is take this white piece and move that forward carefully, and then you've got the little cockpit hatch door down there. It's kind of hard to reach, so I like to just take a flathead screwdriver and just pry it open, and down inside you've got a little Setsuna FCA, and then just close it back up, and there you go. Also, as far as armor articulation, there's a little door, or double door really, that opens up on the back of the backpack for connection to the O-riser. And then this part just slides up, and this door closes back down. And of course, one of the main selling points for the double O-riser are the lights. So for the head, you'll just want to bend the head down. Again, I like to just take this flathead screwdriver and pry this piece of armor off the back of the head, and then you'll find a little switch down here which you can use to light up the eyes. You might not be able to see it very well now, but when you turn the lights out you can see them quite clearly. And also it'll also light up these round parts on the side of the head. I've got the sticker in there just for some added detail, but if you didn't have the sticker there, you'd have a lot more light coming out of there. And if I had the back of the head in place, there we go, you would also have the back forehead camera lit up. And of course, the main gimmick for the double O-riser are the GN drives, which all you have to do is just press down, and there they go. They start off kind of slow, but they start gaining speed pretty quickly. And as you can tell, they do make a fair bit of noise. And unfortunately, I think one of mine is the battery's starting to get low because it's kind of pulsating like that. The other one doesn't do it, so I think the battery might be getting low on this left GN drive. And to turn them off, all you have to do is press them again, and they continue to slow down and grind to a stop. Although, if you were to just leave these on, they do have a timer built into them to where they shut off after about 30 seconds or so. There go the lights. And, I guess that's about everything I wanted to go over for 00 Gundam's, outer armor. Especially since we did articulation for the inner frame part of the review. So I guess that's it for this video, and make sure to come back for part 5 and we'll go over 00 Gundam's weapons and accessories.